Sierra's new MKX bullets are a hybrid between a match bullet and a hunting bullet. We've already covered 30 cal and 6.5 cal. This time we're looking at the 175 grain 7mm Sierra MKX. Hey guys, Gavin Gear here from UltimateReloader.com. Recently, here on Ultimate Reloader, we published a story covering Sierra MK bullets. We took a look at the 30 cal 200 grain MKX and the 6.5 millimeter 142 grain MKX. They both performed really well. Had fun shooting with those. We did ballistics gel, so you're going to want to check out that story. This time, we're taking a look at perhaps my favorite hunting caliber, the 7mm. And Sierra has a great weight for the MKX bullet in this 7mm category. It's 175 grains. The MKX bullet combines match consistency with a jacket that's optimized for proper expansion in hunting scenarios. So the first thing that I did was to choose what cartridge I was going to shoot. And recently I built this full custom 7mm SWC Sherman Wildcat cartridge rifle. This thing is an absolute tack driver. It's got a longer barrel on it, so I thought, hey, this will be a great test bed for these hybrid match and hunting bullets. So what I did was I took the load that I had worked up for the 7 SWC, it's called, and looked at the powder and looked at kind of the grain weight range and decided to use Varget again. And we've got Alpha Munitions brand new cases. I loaded up a progression of different weight ranges right around what I did for the 180 grain bullets that I was using for the initial 7 SWC story. After shooting different groups, I found a really nice match for the velocity I had with the 180 grain bullets at 2,650 feet per second. Here's what happened. That's it. Very nice. So that was a really good feeling to put 5 shots at 100 yards into 0.435 inches. Sub half MOA performance. That tells me that these hunting bullets can shoot like match bullets. And that is the promise that Sierra makes with the MKX lineup. Next, I had Kyle on our team go into the lab and do our standard set of measurements on these bullets, and I was amazed at the results. So 1.4271 was the average length, standard deviation of 2.7 thousandths of an inch, really nice for a standard formed hollow point, extreme spread of 9.8 thousandths of an inch. Weight consistency, so the average weight was 175.101 grains. That is pretty accurate. Accuracy is how close you are to your intended target. So 0.1 grains off, that's awesome. Standard deviation was 0.08 grains. Each grain is 1/7 thousandth of a pound, so we're at 0.082 of a 7,000th of a pound. Very nice consistency, extreme spread of 0.34 grains. On the diameter consistency, we had perhaps our best result yet. Average was 0.28415, right on the mark there. Standard deviation of 0.00004, that's less than a 10,000th of an inch. And the extreme spread was 1/10,000th of an inch. So these bullets are incredibly consistent. So next up, and a very important test for a hunting bullet, was our ballistics gel test. So it takes a little bit of work and investment. These are clear ballistics 10% FBI gel blocks to get everything set up, and we're using an Edgertronic SC2 Plus camera here. So it does about 5,000 frames per second. And what we do is we set up a cardboard box. We set up our sound trigger that hears the gunshot. We fire at a reference point and then make an adjustment because we're going to hit low, right? You're looking here and your bullet's there. It doesn't come together until 100 yards, right? We're sighted in for 100. So we need that offset. So we found out what the offset was, marked an aiming dot on the gel block, actually, which is right over here, and then proceeded to take the shot. This is what that looked like. So it's a little bit hard to see in real time, but let me tell you, when you review the footage from the high-speed camera, this is an incredibly violent event. Just like our last testing with Sierra's MKX bullets, we saw major expansion. The wound channel was somewhere in the 11 to 12 inch range, expanded here, and this is a 6-inch block. So, you know, we had about 85% expansion of the block, which is a pretty big number, and it just goes to show that this is going to be explosive. So if you're looking for a bullet that's going to do big damage and favor the wound channel diameter over, you know, just hard driving penetration, then this bullet would be a good choice. If you're looking for hard driving penetration over the explosive expansion, something like one of the Barnes bullets would be a good choice. So it's good to have both options. In some states, you don't even have a choice. But given the damage that was done here, really impressed. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bullet out, and we'll get a final diameter and a weight retention number. So I just weighed the bullet, 92.74 grains, divided by 175 is 0.53, so we had 53% weight retention. And then the diameter measurement was 0.498, divided by 0.284 is 1.75. So we added 75% additional diameter as a part of the expansion process. So the bullet looks really nice. It has integrity, as you can see there, and for this type of bullet, that's exactly what we would expect it to do. So I'm impressed with these bullets. You know, to be able to get this kind of grouping from a hunting and match bullet, and then you know, to have this kind of explosive wound channel performance. If I'm looking for this kind of dynamic in a hunting environment, this would be a great bullet to go with, and I would be fully confident shooting these out to however far we wanted to shoot, right? With the 7 SWIC or a 7 PRC, these would be good long-range bullets. And then, you know, if you work up that load that you like, you can also use them for hunting, which is a really great capability to have. That's kind of a way that I like to approach shooting in load development, is, you know, using the same loads in multiple contexts where possible. So what I'd like to know is, what do you think about the new MKX bullets from Sierra? What do you think about my 7 SWIC performance here? And if you're using MKX, which caliber are you shooting? What cartridge? And what are you using it for? Meet us down there in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're watching Ultimate Reloader on TV and want to take advantage of free resources, exclusives, and hot deals, just hold your camera phone up to the QR code, tap on the link, fill out the information, boom, you're getting Ultimate Reloader emails. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. Thanks again for watching.